Good evening, everyone. Um, my name is Prakash Regmi. I would like to welcome each and everyone in this Zoom room. Here today we are conducting a study bachelor's degree in Canada Zoom fair presented by University of Prince Edward Island, Canada, and organized by International Career Counseling Center, Kamaladi. Similarly, Goreto Educational Consultancy, New Baneswar Chowk, and this consultancy have been helping students, especially Nepalese students, uh, by providing genuine counseling and also study visa support, visa application support. Since its inception 2013, we have been helping students to achieve their dream to study in Canada. In this regard, we are conducting Zoom fair, especially targeting for bachelor students because we have very prestigious university today. We have very popular and very lovely representative from University of Prince Edward Island. She loves Nepal very much, and she has been in Nepal as well. And she also actually gave physical, counseling in one event organized in Nepal. So here today, she will be sharing information about the university and different programs offered by this university, scholarship scheme, location, opportunity, challenges, and other after completion of bachelor, what are the career perspective for Nepalese students. So this is an opportunity for all of us to gain the information. In the same way, I would like to request each and every candidates, everyone here in this Zoom, please remain silent and wait for the right time to put your question to our speaker, because normally what happens, there are many students here, and please mute yourself, and whenever there is time, appropriate time for the questions, and there will be question and answer session in the end of the presentation by our speaker, then you will be able to ask question there. At the same time, I have also made list of the question, and once in a while I will be also putting this question to our speaker, and she will be answering our questions. So without further delay, I would like to introduce um, international student recruitment representative from University of Prince Edward Island, and she is in Canada right now. And it's my honor, it's my pleasure to welcome Ms. Freya Chi. Ms. Freya Chi, welcome to the show. Good evening from Nepal.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very much fine. Please introduce yourself, and please tell also the format of the program tonight, because it's easy that describe what is the how will be the session like.
Yes, of course. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining our Zoom presentation, and also hi to the people who are on Facebook and watching us live. And my name is Freya. I'm one of the international recruiter and student advisors at the University of Prince Edward Island. And yes, I love Nepal. I've been to Nepal several times. I love the food there and the people as well. It's a lovely, lovely country, and I would love to go back. Hopefully, when the pandemic is over, I will be able to go back to Nepal. So I just wondering, how long do I have for the presentation?
Yes.
And how long do I have the present? How long do I have to share my
Actually,
presentation?
the shorter the better, because normally, our student prefer QA session. It would be maybe like from 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, I will do that. So I will talk about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'll turn the mic back to host, and then we can do the Q&As. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, let's go with that.
Perfect. Okay, so I will start with sharing my screen to everyone so that you can see. I just have like 3 slides to show you. So I think everyone can see. So I'm gonna start it with where we are, because that's the first question people ask, is where is University of Prince Edward Island? So our university is located in the east coast of Canada. So when you look at the map, we're on the right side. It's called the province of Prince Edward Island. We're the only university in our province, and a lot of people always say, "Oh, is it an island? Will we be able to go to the Prince Edward Island without, taking a boat or ferry?" So the answer is yes. So we do have an airplane. We do have an airport on the island, so you will be able to fly directly from Toronto or Montreal. At the moment, because of the pandemic, we actually, Air Canada actually suspended all the flights from Toronto to Prince of Island because Toronto is a hot zone at the moment. And we only have a flight from Montreal to Prince of Island. But hopefully when the pandemic is over, we will go back to our normal routes, and we will normally, so before pandemic, we have flights from Toronto, from Montreal, in the summertime, we also have a direct flight from Ottawa, and we also have a direct flight from Halifax to Prince of Island. So when you fly from Nepal, you usually will have a stop in Toronto or Montreal, and then you can take 2 hours flight from Toronto to Prince of Island, or an hour and a half flight from Montreal to Prince of Island. So this is just a very brief to show you where we are on the map. And here is just a few pictures of our province. So as you can see, here is downtown area, and here is what we are known for, our seafood to the world, and also our potato. Those are very famous things in Prince of Island. And here are the top reasons why people choose Prince of Island. So when I go to fairs, and when I talk to people on the phone or meet people on Zoom, those are the most top questions people ask me. So I just put them in one slide just to show you what we can offer. So the first is our great learning experience and friendly environment. And this is in general for Canada, because if you Google Canada and how friendly people are, and also the environment, like the safe environment and the learning experience and the high quality of education, those are the things that come like the top few things that if you Google education in Canada. So this is speaking on top, like as a country and also as a province, as a university, we provide great learning experiences, and also the environment is very safe. No matter where you're from, you will be very safe in here. And Canada is a country that
có nhiều nguyên nhân, nhưng
we
theo
just
Viện Tâm
ask
lý
people
Lô Dơ,
to
nguyên nhân
actually
chủ
mute
yếu là do
yourself so that
nên hướng điều trị mới hiệu quả nhất chính là thuốc kim cương tăng cường. Bạn bị đau đầu ngoài, đau nôn có thể chỉ.
Okay, I just mute the person. Okay, so oops, sorry. Okay, so we're just talking about the environment. So I actually graduated from a high school in China, and I went to UPEI as an international student myself about 11 years ago. And this is one of the top reasons why my mom picked this university for me, is because of the friendly environment, the safe environment, as well as the learning experiences, because it's a small university with 4,500 students in total, with about 30% international student rate. That means we have about 13 to 1,400 are international students. And those students are not just coming from 1 or 2 countries. We actually have students from over 100 different countries and regions. So that means when you come to the university, you will be meeting with students from Canada, you are meeting with students from Nepal, you are also meeting students from anywhere, a lot of different places. And we just ask people to mute yourself when you are in the room, so that okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, so the next one is the worldwide recognized degree, because I do get a question a lot, especially from parents. They ask if the degree is recognized worldwide, so that students can actually take the degree back to their home country, or they can apply for a master program in the States or in Canada or anywhere in the world. So the question is yes. So the degree is actually recognized worldwide, so you can take a degree anywhere you want. And we also have unique programs offered at UPEI. So we have a program in art, science, business, engineering, as well as nursing and veterinary medicine. So those, and education, those are the programs that we have. And we also have programs in undergrad, master, as well as PhD. But we do have more programs in undergrad, because we are a primary university in Canada. So we the majority of our programs in undergrad. And we also have a scholarship opportunities. So in Canada, you don't see a lot of full scholarship opportunities, but we do have a scholarship available for students if you have a very high GPA in your high school, so that we can, and then you are a freshly graduate from high school, we will have a lot of scholarship opportunities for entrance. So, and then it's renewable every year. And so how that works is we look at your grades from the year before. So when you apply to the university, we look at your high school grades. Once you're in the university after first year, so in your second year, we look at your first year grade. And so I just talk about scholarships now. And another very important key component is the fees. So we have a very affordable tuition living cost. Just to give you an idea, so our tuition is about 14 to 15,000 Canadian dollars a year, and the living cost is about 10,000. So every year we're looking at about 25,000 Canadian dollars for tuition and living costs. This is without any scholarship or off-campus housing, because as you know that with a valid study permit and enrolled in a full-time program, you will be able to work about 20 hours. So for, like I said, if you have a valid study permit and you're enrolled in the program full-time, you will be able to work 20 hours per week during school year and full-time during scheduled breaks. So scheduled breaks means summer break, winter break, fall break, or spring break. Any breaks that's on the school calendar, you will be able to work full-time. And we also have a co-op program in our Faculty of Science, Faculty of Business, and Engineering. So that means you will have a great opportunity of working full-time for 1 year while you're studying. And the last not the least, so we also have a different type of immigration opportunities for students that graduated and find a job. So those are the things that's public on the website. So if you are interested, you can always go to the immigration RCIC website to take a look at the immigration opportunities for students who graduate from schools, universities, and colleges in Canada. So I think I'm gonna turn the mic back to the host and we can start Q&A. So I see there are a lot of people here, so I'm sure there will be people asking about questions.
All right.
I think I might just, yeah, you go ahead.
Yes, I mean, what are the popular undergraduate programs for different streams, management and science and hotel management? So if you could, actually tell in nutshell.
So I'll start with the admissions requirements. So the admissions requirement for business or tourism and hospitality, or just matter of marketing, accounting, they're actually the same. So we're looking at grade 12, which is the last year in high school. We're looking at math, English, three other academic courses, and we're looking at a GPA of, in general, 70% or above. I think for Nepalese, I think it's a B or above. And we're also looking at their IELTS. So for IELTS, we're looking at IELTS 6.5 with no band less than 6. If you have TOEFL, we need TOEFL 80 with no band less than 20. And for science, we're looking at grade 12, which is again last year of your high school. We're looking at 2 sciences. So it can be biology, chemistry, physics, computer science. So 2 sciences, 1 math, and 1 English, and 1 other course. So 5 academic courses. And again, we're looking at about GPA 70% or above in Canadian standard. And if we're looking at engineering, we're looking for 75% or above for engineering.
All right. Thank you so much.
For the admit, and then IELTS is the same.
Yes, thank you so much, Freya. And I would like to remind our students, our participants here, today we are conducting this study bachelor's degree in Canada, especially in University of Prince Edward Island. And we have student recruitment representative from that university, Miss Freya Chi, and she is delivering session, and we are in the middle of the session. And here I'm asking question on behalf of our students. And here I would like to also ask our students, if it is possible, you can leave your question in the chat box and I will take one by one. And I also try to cover your expectations by asking relevant questions. I think that would be convenient in this situation. And I have already asked the popular undergraduate programs in University of Prince Edward Island. So I would like to move on to another question. I think this is very demanding question, and most of these students, you know, especially in Nepal, they have this query. Freya, so what is the difference between 3 years, you know, bachelor and 4 years bachelor program?
I think they have a different, they consist different number of courses and different number of credits. So normally if it's a 3-year degree, it only has 90 credits, which is 30, like roughly equivalent to about 30 courses. And again, every university has a different way of weight their credits. And for UPEI, we only offer 4-year degree, which is equivalent to 120 semester hours. So let's say, although it's a 4-year degree, but with a possibility to finish early, because at the university level, we actually looking at, we don't tell you, oh, you do 10 courses a year or 15 courses a year. It's normally people do 10 courses a year, and student needs 40 courses to graduate. So that's why it's a 4-year degree. But if you can manage to, let's say, study 12 courses a year or 15 courses a year, then it's possible for you to finish earlier than 4 years. For myself, as an example, so I did my degree I did a 4-year bachelor degree, so Bachelor of Arts, major in economics, and I was able to finish in 3 years because I did not go home in the summertime. I took courses in 3 summers, so I was able to finish all 40 courses in 3 years. So I graduated in 3 years. But sometimes it's hard. It's easier for certain programs, like say arts and business, because for arts and business, a lot of courses are, there are a lot of electives, and then you can actually take electives in the summertime because there are more choices of electives in the summer. So you will be able to take, you know, all the electives in the summertime, and you can finish early. But for science, for example, for science students, you have to take first year level science courses in your first year, and then once you finish the first year level, then you can go to the second year, then the third year and fourth year. So for science, there are more prerequisites that's required in order to go to a higher years. So for science and engineering, it's very hard to finish early, especially for engineering. The courses are very packed. You have to finish in 4 years, either 4 years or 5 years. But for business or arts, it will be easier. So it's possible to finish early. It also depends on students. Some students don't want to finish early. They prefer to take their time and work and finish in 4 years. And some students take 5 or 6 years to finish. It really depends on the students and their needs as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Freya. So I would like to take few questions. I can see lots of questions here. I will filter and put towards you. So let's begin with Keshav Chaudhary. What about the placement after completing bachelor in aeronautical engineering from your university? So do we have any program, this kind of program, Freya?
So we only have one engineering program. It's called Sustainable Design Engineering. So it's an engineering program focused more on hands-on projects. And we have 3 focuses. We have a bioresource mechatronics, which is mechanical plus electrical, and sustainable energy. So sun energy, wind energy, water energy. So this type of sustainable energy. And so for placement after school, after you graduate, it's actually, so the placement's actually done while you're in school. So use engineering as an example. So in your first year, you will be put into a group, and you will be assigned to a project to do, and that's assigned by the professors. And starting from your second year, as a group, you will be assigned to a company, and you will be working with the company to solve some real life problems and do some project with those companies. and those are, so you'll be doing from your second year, third year, and fourth year. So this is a type of placement, a type of co-op you'll be doing in the engineering program. So when you graduate in your fourth year, once you've done your fourth year, you already have experiences and you already have worked with real company for the past 3 years.
Okay, thank you so much, Freya. Here, another student, Mr. Ajay writes, hello, ma'am, I have low academic marks, less than B grade. Should I apply for, Canada in the university, or what are the minimum requirements? That is the essence of this question, Freya.
So normally we require 70% or above, and if you like, and how we calculate might be different with like when you look at your transcript might be different than what because we look for specific courses. So we just have to look at your transcript and then decide if you are be able to get accepted or not. But generally speaking, we need a 70% or above for admission.
Okay, thank you so much. Now I would like to move another relevant question here, Freya, because most of the question asks this kind of question, and most of the student asks this kind of question. Why should a student opt for like much expensive and lengthy bachelor program than instead of diploma programs? Because diploma programs actually last for 2 years, while bachelor program lasts for 4 years. In this scenario, how can we justify, how can we encourage our students to do bachelor degree instead of diploma?
I think it really depends on what student wants to do and what they are looking for in the end, because when you go to college, you get a diploma and then it's more hands-on. And when you come to the university, you get a bachelor. So it's very different. And it really depends on what student is looking for. If you're looking for a bachelor degree, if you're looking for like a experience with a university, then you should choose a university. But if you know all you care is a college diploma and then work directly, then you should choose college, because what college is offering is very different than what university is offering. It's not like a one's better than the other. It's really what you're looking for. If you're looking more skilled related things that you want to study, if the program is more skill related, then you should probably go into a college. But if you're more looking for academic study, then you should look into university and bachelor studies. And also a lot of students wanted to do bachelor's, master's, and PhD, maybe not PhD, but bachelor and master's, then you should probably look into universities.
Okay, thank you so much, Freya. And I will be asking more questions here. But here again, once again, I would like to remind our lovely students, those who are participating in this Zoom webinar. My name is Prakash Regmi. I am host from International Career Counseling Center, Kamladi, and Goreto Educational Center, New Badishore. Please remember, we are consultancy, who are always generous in providing information to our students, parents. We always think about the parents and students. We always make sure that they actually choose the right program in the right university, and they, we try to actually make their application stronger, better. In this regard, we are providing, we are actually conducting this session, but we are experiencing some, like disturbance. I think it's like a big conspiracy theory. I don't want to talk about this matter, but here, once again, I would like to reiterate, dear students, and this program is fairly and purely for our students. Please, take the time of your life and visit our consultancy, and we will be asking more questions, relevant to your interest and your expectation. I will be representing your queries here, because I have made a list of possible questions from your end, and I will also cover questions from your chat box. I can see many questions, many of the questions also, and Freya will be addressing these questions. And once again, I would like to welcome Freya in the middle of session.
Thank you.
So let's continue with another question. See, many students in Nepal, when we talk about the scholarship, they are very much curious, because they actually want to investigate further about this matter. And recently, some of the students also awarded scholarship from University of Prince Edward Island. Those students who had applied from I mean, who had actually taken help from ICC and Goreto, and actually I know the case as well. So what are the criteria for the scholarship, and how much scholarship a student can get, based on their merit? Freya.
So we do have entrance scholarship awarded from $1,000 to $3,000, and one of the requirements, they have to pass IELTS, and the second requirement is their high school grade. And normally we award it to students who just graduated, so like there's no gap year. And we're looking for like mostly A's, and it really depends on their grades. And then because, like I said, when you have a transcript, we look for specific courses, not for like, the whole transcript. And then, like I said before, it's renewable every year. That means students can, let's say you did really well in high school and you received $2,000 as entrance award. And in order to keep this $2,000 for next year, you have to have GPA 90% or above in your first year at the university, so that you can keep $2,000 in your second year. And then let's say you did really well in your first year at the university, you got 95% or above, then you will be awarded for $3,000 in your second year. So it depends on your grades every year, the year before, and then we will award it between $1,000 to $3,000.
All right, so here I would like to take question from the chat box. Let's see. Can you tell me about Bachelor in Public Health? Does UPI offer this program, Freya? Public Health, Bachelor in Public Health.
Unfortunately, we don't.
All right. Okay, so let's move forward.
I think somebody asked about gap years. So we do accept students with gap years. Okay. And we do have a computer science.
I have completed my bachelor in computer science, and I'm looking for, unfortunately, we are not talking about PG year students. Please, if you have any concerns about postgraduate diploma, please do visit our consultancy, Goreto and ICC, at your convenient time. So I would like to move further with another question, Freya, here. Is that okay?
Yes.
So, at this scenario, many colleges, many colleges and university have waived their, application fee. And do you have any kind of, this kind of facility, at this moment to our students?
It is possible. It depends on how many students are applying. We can ask our supervisors about it. So it is possible. I just can't guarantee.
And what is an average time for getting LOA from UPI, Freya?
So at the moment, once you submit all the documents, we're looking about a day or two for admissions. But you have to get all the documents in place. Okay,
so that is also covered. And here I have, I think, very interesting and very important question that might be very, very create a kind of curiosity in the mind of the students. So what are the pros and cons of studying in UPI, and especially in this location, PEI location?
Sorry, what was the question? You were cutting out a little bit.
When a student choose this, location, let's say University of Prince Edward Island, what are the benefits, pros and cons? How can you elaborate our students that they can actually study, in this particular place of, Canada?
Like I mentioned it before all the videos started, I was showing a slideshow of my presentation. So those are the top reasons why people choose UPEI. So our learning environment and the experiences at the university, because as a small university, you will have more access to the professors and to all our support system as a small university. And our class size is about 20 to 30 students. And of course, in your first year, you'll have more people in the classroom. But once you're in the second year, third year, or fourth year, you'll have less students in the classroom. So that means you'll have more access to the professors. And if you have any questions, you can always go to the professors. And most of our professor has open door policy. So if you go to their office and their doors is open, you can always knock on the door and ask questions, or you can set up an appointment with the professor if you want to make sure that when you go to his office, he or she is there. And also our worldwide recognized degree and all the programs that we offer. So if you're interested in, I know people are asking, oh, do you have this program? Do you have that program? So if you go to our website, upi.ca/programs, you will be able to see a full list of all the programs that we offer at UPEI, and also the scholarship opportunities, the affordable tuition living costs, and also the co-op and job opportunities. Those are the things, the top reasons why people choose UPEI.
Freya, so one more question: can a student, those students who study in this university and stay in this particular area of the Canada, can they find part-time job easily? Because I think most students, they want to earn their living expenses while studying. Is that how practical is it when we talk about part-time job? How difficult is it to find?
I think it's not that hard if you look for it. I know a lot of Nepalese students that they came, they asked me, oh, how can I get started to look for a job? So I suggest them to visit our career center, which is 2 floors down from my office, and they can get help with submitting help with their resume, their cover letter, and where to look for a job. Because when you come to a new country, you're probably not sure the format of resume and then where to look for jobs. So that's what our career service is doing. And by doing that, you will be able to expose to all the online search engines and how to look for jobs. And then normally student would start with, working in a grocery store or coffee shops and restaurants. Those are the entrance jobs. And we also have on-campus jobs that students can apply for, like student assistant or working as a front desk. There are a lot of job opportunities around, I'm sure, but jobs don't come to you. Like if you don't look for a job, you just sit home and do nothing, jobs don't come to you. So you will have to go actively looking for a job. Oh, I think you muted yourself. You muted yourself. We cannot hear you.
So I'm sorry, I was saying, Freya, if we can allow our participants to put their question directly to, you, because let's see this time intruders will not be, disturbing. And if they disturb, and we'll have to, again, I will carry on with with my list of the questions. If you could hand over me.
Yeah, so if you want to pick the students to ask questions, I can answer the questions.
All right. So dear students, if you are hearing me, you are welcome to put your question directly to our very respected and honored guest from University of Prince Edward Island, Miss Freya Chi. She has long experience. She has been, she actually finished her education from this university, and she has been working, after the graduation, and you have got opportunity to put your question directly to her. Please put your question. We might not cover all the question in the chat box because some questions, seem alike. So that's why we would like to request you that you directly put your question. We have, actually, you can unmute yourself and ask question. All right, I can see that more than 80 participants joined this webinar on and off, and right now we have, we have like on average 50 participants, and that's a pretty good number, I would say. And I would encourage students to put their question. We already talked about scholarship. We talked about different programs provided by this university, and we talked about the importance of this location and opportunities, part-time job opportunities, of this in this particular area of the where university is situated. If you cannot, if you are unable to ask question, or if you don't have any question, I will ask another question. Dear students,
I think some students are putting questions in the chat box. If you want to pick those questions, I can answer them.
All right, I will pick. Okay, Subeksha Thapa writes, when is the scholarship applications deadline? So how can we explain this?
So normally so we actually don't have a separate scholarship application. Student we consider entrance scholarships for any applications submitted before March 1st.
Okay.
But student can still apply to the university after March 1st because we have rolling admissions. That means students can apply to most of our programs, business, arts, science, engineering, even before school starts. But student will have to consider the long visa processing time. So we encourage students to apply early.
All right. And Mr. Nitis writes, what is the deadline for submitting application in this university? Freya.
Like I just said, student can apply anytime before school starts because we have rolling admissions for arts, science, business, engineering.
Okay. All right. So can we do in computer science after first year in Edward Island? Nitis, writes again.
So I think student meant co-op. So we do have co-op program with computer science that you can apply to after the first year.
All right. So let me check some more questions here. I can see like all questions seem alike. Most of the questions we have already covered. And okay, let me see here. So let's I want to ask one relevant question, Freya. How easy how easy is it to get let's say permanent residence? Because many students from Nepal, when they think about university degree, they think of permanent residence in Canada as well. I think that is also one of the reason most of the students they actually select Canada as their further destination for further study. And how is opportunity to get permanent residence? I'm not sure whether you covered this issue in this program or not, because this is not about permanent residence, but how easy would be, for a student to get permanent residence after completing bachelor degree? What can be their future prospect?
And actually, I'm not allowed to talk about permanent residence because I'm not a qualified person to talk to permanent residents. But all I can say is it's possible. There are a lot of opportunities out there, and you can actually look for all the information online on the RCIC website. There are a lot of different immigration programs and all the requirements on there. I'm not qualified to talk about it.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm sorry that I asked this question because I can see that
it's okay.
Mentioned in our question list. So here, let's move to another question. Mr. Chris Bina Tamang writes, can you explain about the undergraduate program of business administration and grade the requirements? So how can we?
I think I mentioned that already during the presentation. So business, we require math, English, and 3 other academic courses. We're looking for a Canadian standard 70% in grade 12, which is the last year in high school.
All right, then we have already covered most of the questions here, as I can see in the chat box. And unfortunately, we could not continue with like face-to-face conversation with our students due to some technical problem and disturbance created by our intruders. We know, and we actually Goreto and ICC will be always conducting this kind of Zoom fair in taking into consideration this scenario. In future, we'll be also conducting physical fair. We have been conducting this for a long time, and we will be providing more information free of cost to our students, especially those who want to study in Canada. And at last, Freya, so
yes.
would you like to how actually how do you justify UPI is the best university for a student who wants to actually do bachelor degree?
Well, I should never say we're the best university because all universities and colleges in Canada are really good, and we have a very similar quality of education. So we never say we're the best, but I think it's more suitable. So it depends on your needs. Some students love bigger city and they cannot stand a small city. So they should probably go to Toronto or Vancouver or bigger city. So we're suitable for students who are looking for affordable cost and living expenses, who like our programs, because we do have some unique programs offered at UPEI, and also looking for a place that's quiet, smaller, and with a very community style. So yeah, I wouldn't say we're the best, but we are a suitable university for a lot of students.
All right, thank you so much, Freya. I think that is also one of the relevant question for our students. And maybe we are coming towards the end of the session because we have already covered most of the question. And I don't think that we can see many questions here because we have like lots of new messages here in the chat box, but most of the questions are repeated. So therefore, so I think we need to actually say see you again to our participants. While going, Freya, you have visited Nepal, yeah? I think it's like
Yes.
2 years back. So, and you also, we also conducted event in Radisson Hotel. That time, many students had joined the program as well. And we also conducted one-to-one counseling in ICC consultancy that time. So how is your experience? How was your experience while you came to Nepal? Just while going, while signing out, I would like to hear your feelings about Nepal.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed my stay there and the experiences. So, and I really like the place for sure.
All right, we look forward to welcome you again, and this time will be the grand. And I mean, as many students will be benefiting, program. We will be conducting physical program in in best place in Kathmandu. We are expecting your presence here, Freya. We miss you very much, and we look forward to welcome you here impatiently in in Nepal. And thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for your patience despite the disturbance triggered by intruders. And once again, I would like to actually declare our Nepalese students and our participants here, our parents, partners, we have been Goretu and ICC specialized in counseling, documentation, study permit application for Canada. And we actually selflessly help our students. When we have a best team, we have the best actually support that we can provide you, because we have long experience. Mr. Ram Khadka, he's very renowned, and he has actually helped many students, and he's very much familiar with Canadian education system. And we have been working with University of Prince Edward Island, which is one of the one of the best university in Canada, very prestigious university in Canada. If you want to study bachelor degree, please visit our consultancy. We are located in Kamladi International Career Counseling Center. Similarly, Goreto Educational Consultancy, New Baneswar Chowk. You can actually visit in your convenient time and wherever it is possible for you. Similarly, we are also located in Pokhara, Way to Can Consultancy. Way to Can is also one of the best consultancy, and Mr. Ram represent that consultancy. If you are in Pokhara, you don't have to go anywhere. Please, for Pokhara residents, remember only Way to Can Consultancy, because it belongs to Mr. Ram Khadka, very humbled, very cool person, very genuine person who help you in providing genuine counseling. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining this Zoom session, Study Bachelor Degree in Canada Zoom fair presented by University of Prince Edward Island. And we had special guest Miss Freya Chi, and she actually delivered us different information about college programs. And also we also talked about requirements. We talked about pros and cons of studying in this particular area of Canada. So thank you very much for joining this program, and thank you so much, Freya, once again while signing out.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It was great session, in fact, and we'll be conducting this kind of session in days to come as well.
Thank you.
Bye.